Hello and welcome back to Tech Podcasts, Dev Technosis. I'm your host, Yash, and today we're diving into a sector that touches everyone's life in one way or another, real estate. Whether it's buying a home, renting an apartment, investing in commercial property, or just browsing listings, real estate is an industry that has traditionally been slow to change. But all of that is shifting thanks to artificial intelligence. From AI-powered property valuation tools that give you real-time market insights, to immersive virtual tours that let you walk through a house from thousands of miles away, to predictive analytics that forecast investment opportunities, AI is revolutionizing the way we buy, sell, and invest in property. To unpack all this, I'm joined by Arjun Mehta, a PropTech and AI innovation specialist who has worked with real estate companies worldwide to implement AI solutions that are making property transactions smarter and faster. Arjun, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Yash. I'm excited to be here. Real estate is such a traditional industry, but right now it's going through one of the biggest transformations in decades because of AI.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of our listeners will relate because buying or renting property has always been a mix of excitement and stress. Let's start with the basics. How exactly is AI being used in property valuation?
Sure. Traditionally, property valuation relied on human appraisers who used comparable sales data, location insights, and their own expertise to estimate property prices. But the challenge is subjectivity. Two different appraisers might give you two different valuations. With AI, that subjectivity is reduced dramatically. AI valuation models, often called AVMs, automated valuation models, analyze massive amounts of data, including recent sales, neighborhood trends, school district ratings, walkability scores, and even satellite images. The result is a valuation that's not only more accurate, but also real-time. For example, if there's a sudden surge in demand in a neighborhood because of a new metro line or a corporate hub opening nearby, AI systems can adjust valuations almost instantly, something traditional methods might take months to reflect.
That's fascinating. So AI makes valuations more dynamic and data-driven rather than static and outdated.
Exactly. It empowers buyers and sellers with real-time insights, which reduces disputes and accelerates transactions.
Now, let's move to something that has really caught attention in recent years, virtual tours. Especially during the pandemic, people couldn't physically visit properties. How has AI improved virtual property tours?
Virtual tours were already gaining traction before the pandemic, but AI took them to the next level. Instead of simple 360-degree photos, AI now enables interactive 3D walkthroughs that adapt to user preferences. For instance, AI can highlight features that matter to you most. If you're a family with kids, it might show you the backyard, play areas, and proximity to schools. If you're an investor, it might emphasize rental yield data or structural details. Moreover, AI-driven AR and VR solutions let you customize properties virtually, change wall colors, move furniture, even remodel kitchens, so you can visualize the space the way you want before making decisions.
That's incredible. It's like house hunting from your couch, but with personalization baked in.
Exactly. And this isn't just useful for buyers. Sellers and real estate agents are using AI virtual staging to make empty houses look fully furnished, boosting engagement and faster sales.
I can see how that makes a huge difference in closing deals. Now let's talk about the investment side. Real estate has always been seen as a safe bet, but also a tricky one. Location, timing, and market conditions matter so much. How is AI helping with investment predictions?
This is where AI really shines. Investment decisions used to depend heavily on gut feeling, historical trends, and limited market data. AI changes that by analyzing vast data sets, from economic indicators and population growth to interest rates and even social media sentiment. AI models can identify emerging hotspot neighborhoods before they become popular, forecast rental income potential, and even predict market downturns. For instance, if a certain district shows rising job creation, improving infrastructure, and demographic shifts,
AI can flag it as a strong investment zone years before the average investor notices.
So, in other words, AI helps investors see around corners.
Exactly. It's like having a crystal ball backed by data. Investors can make informed decisions, reduce risks, and maximize returns.
That's game-changing. But Arjun, let's be real. With all these benefits, there must be challenges too. What are the main hurdles for AI adoption in real estate?
There are a few. First, data quality. AI is only as good as the data it feeds on. In some markets, reliable real estate data is hard to access. Second, cost. Small agencies or independent brokers may struggle with implementing advanced AI tools. Third, resistance to change. Real estate has been traditionally relationship-driven, and many professionals are hesitant to rely on machines. And of course, there's the issue of trust. Buyers and sellers sometimes worry about whether AI models are fair and unbiased. Ensuring transparency in AI systems is critical.
That's a great point. Trust is huge, especially when people are making life-changing financial decisions.
Absolutely, which is why successful AI adoption in real estate involves not just technology, but also clear communication, transparency, and integration with human expertise.
Let's zoom out a bit. Globally, which regions or companies are leading the charge in AI-driven real estate?
In terms of regions, the U.S. is leading with platforms like Zillow and Redfin that use AI extensively for valuations and recommendations. China is also pushing hard with smart city initiatives that tie real estate with AI-driven urban planning. Europe is experimenting with AI in sustainable housing and green investments. As for companies, Zillow's Zestimate is one of the most well-known AI-driven valuation tools. Compass uses AI for property recommendations and agent support. Startups are also emerging everywhere, building niche solutions from AI-powered rental management to blockchain-integrated property transactions.
That's exciting. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
We are, and as AR/VR hardware gets cheaper, IoT devices become more common, and AI models become more accurate, the integration will only deepen.
Before we wrap up, Arjun, I'd love your perspective on the future. What does real estate look like 10 years from now with AI at its core?
I see a future where property transactions are almost fully digital. Imagine searching for homes in a VR environment, getting instant AI valuations, securing financing through AI-driven credit assessments, and signing blockchain-backed smart contracts, all from your smartphone. Smart homes will feed real-time data to AI systems, allowing buyers to know exactly how much energy a house consumes or how sustainable it is. Investment platforms will democratize real estate, letting even small investors buy shares of properties identified by AI as high potential. In short, real estate will be more transparent, efficient, personalized, and accessible than ever before.
That's a powerful vision. Real estate won't just be about buildings and land anymore, but about data, intelligence, and personalization. Arjun, this has been an eye-opening conversation. Thank you for joining us today and breaking down how AI is transforming the real estate world.
My pleasure, Yash. Always happy to share insights.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Tech Podcasts, Dev Technosis. Remember, AI is not just reshaping industries like healthcare and manufacturing. It's changing how we buy, sell, and invest in property too.